Okay, so I want to try to explain this to you without being too complicated and taking way too long. My mufflers are not stock. They are the stock muffler. They have been modified, and I'm going to show you what I did. Let me try to explain this as to what I did and how I modified my mufflers, so that in the videos that we have coming up where I change the exhaust and change the mufflers, you'll know why mine sound like they do. Basically, I used the same concept that Porsche did when they came out with their newer model 996s, and I think maybe on the turbos, the exhaust flows out through another tube that's already in the muffler, and they drill a hole and have it come out. I basically drill a hole through mine and have it go out the tube that's already existing without putting another one on. Let me just draw one for you a little bit bigger so I can show you what I did and how I modified my muffler. That way you have an idea of what it will sound like if you decide to do it this way too. I can go into depth a little bit as to how I did the modification. It was very simple to do. But basically, the stock 996 Porsche muffler has 3 chambers on it. Okay, so this is what the muffler looks like stock. This is the in, exhaust out. There are tiny perforated holes that start here. All through this. This is a chamber wall, is what these are. Exhaust flows in, fills up chamber number 1, flows through this tube into chamber number 2, fills up chamber number 2. Now it can pass through all of these little holes in here. But the higher flow will come in, fill up chamber 2, pass through these holes in the wall, fill up chamber 3, and then out through the velocity stack, I believe is what it's called, and that exits the exhaust. This is where Porsche like kind of pre-designed the muffler for some of the other models, I believe like the Cup cars and some of the later models. And they engineered the muffler for basically for the future. And what they do is, instead of leaving it like this, on the other ones, this is, I guess, cut off, and a pipe is welded onto here that connects here to here, and it has a valve in it, like this. So that's what Porsche does. On some of the later models, they weld the tube on here, and it allows the exhaust to flow straight through and then straight out here when you open up the valve. So what I decided to do was, looking at that design, I thought, well, I can basically do the same thing without having to take the muffler off and without having to do what they call the gundo hack, where people weld on a pipe here so the exhaust will come in and some will flow into here. You can look that up online. The gundo hack is what some people call it. But I thought I would do a different variation on both of these. Looking at the design of the muffler and looking at the way Porsche engineers designed it for the exhaust to flow in and then flow straight through and out, I thought, well, knowing the design with the walls in here, I just looked at the design of the muffler. I found the center of this tube basically just by looking at the you know, where it comes out on this side, and you can tell it's directly in the center of the muffler. So I put a piece of tape on the outside of the exhaust across here in the center so that I would know where the center of this tube was. And then when I found the center back here, I just drilled. I used one of the step drill bits. That's the ones that that kind of looks like this, and it's got like a notch in it right here. And I think it was inch and 3/8 maybe is the thickest one, but the step drill bits, they look like that. I used one of these. It drills much easier. I have a 1-inch drill bit, a standard just 1-inch metal drill bit. Trying to drill through that would, holding the drill would just definitely, bite and twist, and you'd never be able to do it. So definitely go buy one of these. You need one of these. So I just drilled the hole through here, straight through, and then this wall in here, there's actually in here there's 2 walls. They're both pretty thin, but inside here there's packing material, like a fiberglass packing material to help silence the mufflers. Drill through the 2 holes, and then once you break through there, you will see the wall, the chamber wall in here, and again it's about as thick as this, and it's just one, and I just drilled straight through here. So all that's gone, and that's gone. So the exhaust can come in, fill up this chamber, and then flow straight out. And then I just put got a stainless steel plug and put a stainless steel plug in here like this. And that was it. On the inside of the Fab Speed ones, let's see, it does their muffler, the high flow one, it comes in and basically just goes in a big circle, and there are holes in 2 spots on it because I looked in it with the scope. The one set of high flow ones looks like this. So the exhaust comes in and goes straight through. It's a nice curve. So I imagine these are going to be a lot louder than mine. With the holes, the perforations here, the sound can bounce into here a little bit, but this is full. This whole thing, this whole case is full of packing to keep it, a little quieter on the inside of there. So when you look in there, you can hardly see into the little holes looking up into it. So it's pretty well packed in. So that will definitely be a lot higher flow exhaust than what mine does, because even though Porsche engineered it this way too, it's still going to bounce around in here, and you're still going to have some of the exhaust gases bouncing around and the sound waves bouncing around in all 3 chambers and not flow through as smooth as something that looks like that. Then the second set of Fab Speed mufflers I got are their Super Cup ones. Exhaust in and exhaust out. That's what their other set looks like that I bought. It basically has 2 tiny little mufflers here on the top and bottom, and they are packed, same thing, they just have little holes in the side of it, all through it, and this whole thing is just packed with some kind of sound dampening material, like that. So as the exhaust comes through here, it absolutely does not, only the sound waves and a little bit of the gases are probably penetrating through there. So it, at a high speed, once you start getting on that gas, it is flowing through there super fast. Basically, like I said, on the inside, they both almost look identical. This one just has a big case around it. This one has no casing, just these 2 round ones here, and I'll show you those later in the next video. But those are basically the insides of the 3 mufflers that we're going to be testing between mine and the other ones. So yeah, if you have any questions as to how I modified mine, if you didn't quite understand the video as to what I did, I can make a better one. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to like the 2 Fab Speeds or not, but we'll see. We'll put them on there. Let me know what you think when we make those videos, and hit the subscribe button. If you hit the little bell, it'll notify you when I make the new videos. Till then,